Hello, hello, we are live. I'm by myself for a little while because Sara and Blacky will be here, or at least Sara will, but Sara's at work. And with our daylight savings time, it threw everything an hour further off between our time zones. So, yeah, so she can't be here right at the start, but she will be here. So, how is everybody doing tonight? It looks like we have Mike and Grasshopper and Trash Cat. And that might be it. That's all I see right now. So, oh, and there's Patty. Hi, Patty. It says 9 people are in here, so there's people in here that are not talking. Ow, the cat just hooked me with its claws. Ouch. Mario, of course, because he's a pain in the butt. I don't know what's wrong with him. I think he thinks that he wants me to get him some food. So, how's everybody doing tonight? BJ, hi. Like I say, we got people coming, but it's going to take a little while because of, like I say, daylight saving time kind of screwed up the time zones between Australia and here, to where we've got to wait an extra hour before there's any chance of Sara coming in, and Blacky might come in, but you never know with him. So you guys are just going to have to put up with me for a while. And I don't know about Bob. I haven't seen him all day, and he might just be busy. And I sent an invite to Ed, but he usually doesn't come in except on Saturday night, so we'll just have to wait and see. So, I will show you guys what I've done, though. What I've got done. Ouch. The cat hooked my finger. Of course, I showed you guys this one Saturday night, but I'll show you again. I still got to put a mat around it, but it's for sale if anybody's interested in it. And I really hate how my webcam kind of blurs out all the details of the drawings, but, you know, what can you do? There's that guy, and then I got some little cards. And, of course, Sara's going to be bringing some of her artwork in, so I'm looking forward to seeing what she's got tonight. We've got a fan. Oh, I see Sara already. She's early. Yay.
Yay.
Yay. So, I was just telling everybody you'd be an hour before you got here.
Well, it usually is. But, you know, I usually, I've been going to Mikey's, and it's just a full morning, and I rush to get back. But he's sick. So I drove part of the way there, and then I turned back.
He's what?
I didn't go. I drove part of the way there. Yeah, he's got a cold.
Uh-oh.
He's had it for like a week.
Oh, dear.
But I can't have it.
No.
I just can't have it and bring it to all my kids. And they already don't go to school all the time.
Well, I hope he gets to feeling better. I hope he shows up tonight for a little while anyway.
Yeah. So
I was just starting to show off the cards that I got for tonight, and then you can show your drawings.
Okay.
I can't wait. Okay, so I've got a duck family. I don't know if you can tell there's a mom and a couple babies there. The babies are about half grown, so they aren't real tiny. And it's kind of, it's okay. And then I've got the snake. Got the snake. And I've got a very silly looking camel. Camels are hard to draw face on because of the foreshortening on their nose, makes them look kind of goofy, but I kind of like goofy sometimes, so.
They're a bit of a goofy creature.
They are. And then I've got a male mallard.
That's a sweet face.
And I've got a crowbutt. Are you ready for the crowbutt?
Ready.
There it is. The crowbutt.
That's very well done. That looks like a really difficult angle to make work, but it works. That's really
Do you
good.
think it worked? I hope it worked.
Yeah, it does.
I like doing stuff at weird angles sometimes. And I'm working on, which I just got started, I'm working on a little portrait of a deer. Just kind of laying in the basic shadows and stuff. So what do you got?
Well, what I've got done
Hi, Kiwi.
are these guys here. Particularly, so I've got this guy from last time.
I love that one. I use that one in the thumbnail.
You know, it's hard to see. I have that magic trick where everything disappears when I hold it up in my light. It's funny. Sorry to sort of like detract, but it's not even bright in here. It's like really dark. It's that's probably why.
Must be the camera.
And
I love that one too.
I love this one too. It's got a nice little face on it, if you can see it. Sorry, it's really frustrating, isn't it? Like, just not. I wonder if I turn off that one, will it show up better? No. Oh, maybe a little bit.
That looks good.
And then I also have this guy and this guy.
Oh, with the grand.
These guys have been around for a little, couple of weeks. So I don't know. Maybe no one here is that fond of them. This one I really, really particularly like a lot. But I also, this one, like, I didn't like him when I started him, and then I went back to him, and then I did really like him. I like his colors and everything. So.
Yep, I like his colors, and I like the expression on his face.
Yeah.
He needs a name. He should be a named one.
Probably. We have to, like, go to the people for names. I like occasionally a piece that I do has a name and I know what that name is, like straight out.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I just don't have names.
Yeah, I have a hard time naming stuff too, like crow butt and elk butt and buffalo butt, and
I guess that the good thing with you is like crow butt, and it is a crow butt, and that's what it is. I don't know what this guy is. I don't know.
Oh yeah, that's true.
So should I just turn that light off? It's just I will have a hard time if I start drawing. I'll turn it off for a while.
Yeah, turn it off for a little while. It kind of washes your face out too, and washes the artwork out.
It's hard. I can try and put my bedroom light on, but it flickers. I don't know. But I think I did it the other night and you couldn't tell the flicker on the stream. Just for me, it drives me bonkers. It worked fine, and then the light bulb blew, and then every other bulb that I put in it, I put in a new bulb and it flickered, and then it blew really quickly.
Yeah, so I've got a desk lamp that the bulb blew out, and I can't seem to find one online to order, and I don't have a car to go to town, so then I ordered a little desk lamp thing that plugs into the computer, but with an LED light, and it's okay, but it's not really bright enough. I mean, it's hard to draw with it because it's not bright enough, and my hand keeps getting in the way, and then my hand puts a shadow onto the drawing, and I really can't fucking see anything,
I know that, Shadow.
Yeah.
Well, I'm in the dark. Like if I wanted to draw now, I can't see the crap.
Yeah.
So that's why I thought if I had this one on here, and it's not even shining at my face. It's a ring light, and I've got it shining down to the desk, but it's just too much. Hang on.
Yeah, and then that between that and you've got the same problem as I have with the damn webcam, just not putting out a good picture. It's like the webcam like loses half the details.
Yes.
Kind of blurs everything and irritates the hell out of me. But yeah, okay.
I think Mikey was saying you can't get any better resolution on the streams. I think maybe, or if you have to pay for some extra thing to get better resolution.
Yeah. Well, I think it's not so much the stream as it's just the stupid webcam. Because if I take a photograph of the work, then I can put a photograph on the stream and it's not that bad.
That's true.
But holding it up to the webcam sucks. Hi, Jeff. So we don't, oh, and hi, Travis. So that's what we have for auction tonight. If anybody wants one of these drawings from Sara or me, and we'll show them again in a little while, but you're welcome to throw out a bid. I'll flip through mine really quick again. I've got crowbutt, and I've got a mallard drake, and a dorky looking camel head, and a sneaky snake, a rainbow boa, and a duck family. And then I've got two bigger drawings too, the elk and the bighorn. So flip through yours real quick, and then we'll just draw on bullshit, I guess, for a little while, and then we'll try it again. Hi, Sun City.
Show my
Coral High. I love that one.
Yeah, I think that she's potentially the best of the bunch. I really like that like contrast how because the skulls are in the rainbow really bright, but the rest of it is not colored. So I just feel like that works really well.
Yeah, I like that one a lot. Hi, Boots Cat.
It's that nice mixture of two different sort of
Hello, Rex. Hello. That one's awesome too. All your stuff's always awesome.
This one has a lot of little details in it. But
yeah.
Tiny bit.
So guys, all these are for sale, and they're small drawings, so they don't require like huge bids or anything. And if anybody's interested in one of them, from either Sara or me, just say which one and throw out a bid. And we'll see if we get more people in here in a little while, and we'll show them again.
Can I also say, because you said that Travis was here, can I ask Travis if he's gotten his letter yet? And if not, will he let me know when it arrives? Because I'm just kind of like, you know, once I send them off, if I don't have any tracking for it, it's really nice to know, like, if they've arrived nicely and everything. So, and also of timing. I mean, it's hard to tell because I sent Sam's and it was there like within a week, and on the same day I sent Holly's and hers hasn't been delivered yet. So that's the tracking ones that I know about. But yeah.
Yeah, and it's still, we got a few places in the country that are still slow with mail, like here we got snow again. And I had ordered some paint that was supposed to get here today, and I got a little note saying that due to weather it was delayed. So it's been sitting in Cheyenne for 2 days waiting for the pass to open up so they can bring it over the pass to Laramie. Is what the problem is. Travis says he hasn't yet, and he'll let you know.
Thank you. I hope it comes soon. I imagine that those ones also are probably a little bit slower than the other ones, but I don't know if that's true. We'll see. We'll see. It's always really exciting, though, to know, like, to find out that it made it all the way across the ocean and to something else, and that, like, it's there. I don't know. It's a good feeling.
So what are you going to work on tonight?
Well, I'm not sure. I'd really like to do some. I'm still just wanting to do little ones at the moment, especially. So I repurposed this box that I had from some old business cards into a box for my little papers, and I've kept it here. So I'm sort of like going to work on those. I'm not sure because before I came on, what I was trying to do was to get my my new business card designed and out. So I was like in the middle of that, and I was like, oh no, I have to go on the stream. So I've sort of left that. So part of my brain is wanting to do that, but that won't be very interesting for anyone to see. So I might draw something.
Yep, I just got this little deer I'm going to work on a little bit.
But if I'm going to draw, I have to go like ghosty. That's how I feel when I see myself. Like I'm not really there. I'm only a little bit there.
Yeah.
Actually, I wish I could show this thing. I don't know why. I just always like want to share stuff. I don't think I can get him out though. So right now I'm in my bedroom, and next to me here is like a cupboard, like a wooden cupboard that you can move that's meant to have clothes in it. It has a few, but it has this thing in it that don't know if I can get him out. I might not be able to. Never mind. I have a puppet in there, and what happened is I bought this puppet because I wanted to master doing performances with this puppet because it was really cool. I got him specially made by these people. So they made him for me, and I got him home, and then my youngest son is scared of him.
Like a ventriloquist type puppet, or one with strings on the arms and stuff?
It's got strings.
Okay.
Marionettes.
Okay.
And, yeah, so I brought it home, and my youngest son was really scared of it. So ever since then, it's had to be hidden away in a cupboard. And I moved here, and I thought, oh, look, he's like when I got it, he was like 4. So it's been hidden away, and I haven't been able to use it all these years, and he's 11 now. So I was like, he's brave. He watches, stuff. It'll be fine. So I asked him, do you reckon I could just like have my puppet out and I could hang it in my room and use it? And he was like,
really?
No, the puppet's hidden in the, so my whole cupboard is like devoted to it. But to me, this makes the puppet more scary because it's just this creature that just hangs in a dark cupboard all by himself. And every now and then, the cupboard doors, like you lock them, but so this house is like more than 100 years old, so it's all crooked. And so every now and then, that means that the cupboard door just like swings open.
Oh, that's not good with the puppet inside of it.
So now it like is taking on this really creepy vibe. But I love him. So I was like, this will give me an opportunity to pull out my puppet and show people, but I maybe can. I'll have to move this desk a little bit. So, it could be fun to have a look at, but
Yes, I want to see the puppet.
it's like not that bad. I love him. I think he's adorable. I kind of understand why it might spook out a 4-year-old, but anyway.
BJ says her daughter's 24 and they still can't mention or have a picture of ET.
Yeah. Maybe it's like once something gives you that fear, it's just off limits. Doesn't matter how old you get. All right. Well, okay. Hopefully I won't destroy anything. I'm going to attempt to just get up and drag my desk back a little bit across the floor.
Okay. Now, if you guys see the puppet moving by itself, don't tell her, okay? Just don't mention it.
It's all right. I'm not scared of the puppet. I still don't think he can fit out of there.
Nope, there's no bid on any of the art.
Right. This is actually going to be trickier than I thought because I have to untie him in the dark where I can't see.
Hi, Chew.
Oh, okay. Let's come on.
There's a black shadow behind her.
Right, the kids aren't home yet, so there's no one to be scared. I'm trying and try and squeeze him out the gap. Come on, love. You get to come and see some people.
Is there any reserves? No, these are all both hers and my drawings are all small ones, so there's no reserve on them.
Yeah.
Oh, let me blow you up. That's cool. I like that guy. I can see where he'd creep out a little kid, though.
Yeah, well, I've got to get up really high to get him in the screen. So I can see how he could creep out a little kid.
Yeah.
This kid's 11. Come on now. He's a nice puppet, though. I've not had the chance to play with him. It's a shame it has to be so high. I feel like I need to stand on something that's as high as I can go. He's got
Joseph Stanley, hello.
Yeah, I can't make him dance because I have to reach him too high above my head. But still, he's worth looking at, hey.
Grasshopper's scared of him.
Yeah. If I had have realized that he was going to be so frightening, I might have
Kuru Work says that's straight creepy. My grandma would kick me out if I tried to bring that to her house.
Oh, hang on. I'm just going to shut my cupboard and try and move my desk back over. I'm going to keep him out, and I might just have to secret hide him when the kids come home. Sorry, guys.
The puppet's making creaking noises now, guys. Hey, Honda.
It's alive. Sorry, that's my puppet. that I've had for, I don't know, what's that, 7 years or something, and never
Yeah.
got to do it.
My kids mentioned the other day that we used, which I'd forgotten all about. We used to have like this big stuffed clown that the kids had that was probably about 4 feet tall. And the girls mentioned that it was terrifying as all hell, and I never really thought about it before. But I'd forgotten all about that stupid clown.
Look, it's well known that clowns are very frightening.
Evidently so, yes.
So one of my earliest memories is we were out at like a festival kind of thing in town. So when I was little, we lived in Byron Bay, but it was like a really small little town back then. It was just like one street and lots of hippies. It's a bit different these days, but it was like this festival thing, and yeah, there was a clown, and the clown like turned around and like spoke to me or smiled at me, and I just remember that, like, and I ran away, and I ran and ran, and then I left. So there was like a hall, but I think it must have been a building that had been moved, because I know this building from when I was older as well. And it's like, because it's like up on, not on stilts, but it's like raised up, but it had like a big door at the side, but with no stairs or anything. So it was just like a big door that opened out maybe, I want to say 80 centimeters off the ground or something. And so apparently I ran and I leapt in through this opening in the side of the hall and ran into the deep corner of the hall and hid under a chair until my family came and found me. But like we were walking along and everything was fine, and then clown, and like I can remember hiding in that hall and being so scared.
God, I remember taking my oldest daughter to see Santa Claus, and we had to wait in line, I kid you not, for like 2 hours because it was first Santa Claus of the season, and it was a big opening at a store. I forget what store it was, but it was a grand opening, and they had Santa Claus there. And the line started from way outside, and she wanted to see Santa Claus, so we stood there and slowly moved forward and stood there. And we got up to where we were next in line, and she looked at Santa Claus and decided she was scared of him. After standing there for like 2 fucking hours, she was too scared to go sit in his lap. So he had this great big, like a full-size candy cane, like a big one, you know. Mm-hmm. And he handed the candy cane to her and says, "You can come sit in my lap, and that candy cane is yours." And she looked at him, and she looked at the candy cane, and she looked at him, and she looked at the candy cane, and she handed the candy cane back to him and took off running. So I had to go catch her, and we didn't get to see Santa Claus.
Hopefully you weren't mad at her. This isn't a scary thing, but
no, that's a normal thing, you know. That's like, it can be frustrating, but what can you say? I remember the first time I took my youngest daughter to Disneyland. We stood in line for like an hour and a half to ride on the Pirates thing. The Pirates. Yeah, with the pirates and stuff. And we finally got up, and she was too scared to get in the boat, so we didn't.
I grew up in a place
Sarah, can you show the drawing with the colored skulls again when you can?
I can show it right now if you like.
And somebody should throw a bid on it because it's awesome. Total awesomeness.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I'll tell you my story about how we never had any like fast food restaurants or anything where I lived. We lived like far away, and I got to go and stay with my auntie, and I'd heard about McDonald's. So I begged her and begged her and begged her and begged her, please, 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 I need to go to McDonald's. And like, I must have been 5 or 6, and I begged her so much. So finally, and she had a new baby, and I just come to stay with her for a little bit to visit and see the baby and stuff. And yeah, so she made this whole trek across the city to go to the McDonald's and take me there. And she bought me the Happy Meal. And then I had one bite and I like spat it out and said, "Oh, that's disgusting. I'm not
Oh,
eating
no.
it." And she was so mad at me. It was so
Okay,
cross.
Surf
She was like,
City Cichlids bid $40 on it.
and sorry, tell me if I'm just like talking inappropriately. I sometimes don't know if I am. I tried
Oh no, you're good. We got a $20 bid from NOLA and a $40 bid from Surf City.
Thank you. She is lovely.
She is very lovely. I like her a lot.
Yeah, and from my story at the time and for many years, I just thought my auntie must have been a terrible bitch. But like in hindsight now, I understand she literally had a new baby and went to all the effort for me, and then I wouldn't eat it. So
Yeah.
I
remember
like
stopping with my kids at a McDonald's. We went to see my mom and dad or something, but we were on the way back and there was a brand new McDonald's opened up. And I took the girls into the bathroom and they had like the sensor blow dryers for your hands, which was a new thing then. I mean, I'd never seen it before and the kids hadn't either. So the girls were like taking their hands and starting pulling their hands back, and this lady was like waiting for them to get done and watching them, and I was like, "We're from the country." She started laughing. Said, "We live way out in the country. The kids haven't seen this before."
it's amazing the things that are entertaining when you're from the country. We used to go, like, it was amazing to have multi-lanes when we were kids. And I think I was just telling my kids about this recently because, you know, it was like you just drove little country roads. You rarely see another car on the road. And then you drive up somewhere where there were multi-lanes. And I just remember, like, we used to be glued to the windows. We would make signs to hold up to the other people just to be like, "Oh my God, we're all driving on the same road at once." Sorry, I've got a message I have to answer.
Okay, so right now we have a $40 bid on that, and I got a feeling that's probably going to be sold for $40 because people are already saying it's too steep. But we'll give it another minute or two before we'll go $40 going twice, and we'll give it a few minutes before we call it on $40.
All right. Sorry, Mikey needs me to send him something. So I'm going to try to send it. No, not there. Get myself together here. Yeah.
That's very true. Mikey's in the chat, and he says, "No way is $40 too steep for that." Very true. That's why I'm not calling it sold yet, because it's definitely worth that plus a lot more.
You know, things go in, well, so sometimes things go in this environment really well, better than they might, but most of the time they go way cheaper than they usually would.
Yeah.
So. All right. I've done my sending. I haven't even started on my drawing. I got out a piece of paper. I've not even drawn on it.
Yeah, I haven't touched my drawing either since the stream started. It's just kind of sitting here looking at me.
I feel like I would draw, but I also feel
Blacky says don't sell it till he gets there. Okay, we're waiting for you.
Yes. Especially because that's the thing. If there's lots of people to talk, I feel like I can sort of disappear into drawing a bit better.
Yeah, that's me too. It's got to be somebody else here, because if both of us started drawing, Sarah, it would be like totally nothing. No sound whatsoever.
And I can get very lost into the drawing.
Me too. Mm-hmm.
Like in the right time, I can just lose hours. And then someone says something, I'm like, oh, hello. Wake up out of my focus.
Blacky's probably been backstage for an hour. No, he's still not backstage. I'm still watching for him, so he can't use that excuse.
I've got his little message window like stood up in front of me, so I can see if he says, "Oh, I'm there." Okay. But hang on, because you don't know what's gonna happen. Sometimes things happen quickly. Yeah. I just it's been raining, and so what I really, really wanted is to go down and explore in my creek.
Oh yeah. Yeah, after a rain there should be some good stuff there after the rain.
It's really good when it rains, and it like it's like it turns everything over and flushes everything. And I'm sure some things like wash down as well, but it's like largely.
Hi there, everybody.
Hello.
Hi, ladies.
Hi there.
I've just realised I still have sunglasses on my head. Indoors and while it's raining. All right, talking about that picture of Sarah's. I don't know if she has the capability to do it, so I wanted to show it with a little bit more detail, yeah?
Well, yeah, I tried to show pictures and I couldn't.
There it is.
Oh, whoops. What have I done?
What did you do? There it is.
Clicked the wrong go big button. But essentially, I want that stupid bar at the bottom to disappear. How does it go?
How does it go?
Do I just have to not touch for a little while? Oh, I found it. I got to do that one. There we go.
There you go. That is just such an awesome drawing.
I love the subtle blends of the colours in the skulls.
Yeah.
Which might have been quite difficult to see on the other picture.
Well, I think everything's hard to see when I'm holding it up, but I'm glad that you can do it.
So we've got a $40 bid on it from Surf City Cichlids. If anybody wants to bid on it, now is the time you want to do it.
BJ says, may I see the last one, Sarah, the colourful one? G'day, Surf City, Huawei.
That should be the one that she's talking about, I think.
I think the colourful one is this guy. Wait, I dropped it.
Oh yeah, that's right. You got that other little guy too. Hang on, let me blow you up there.
I just always don't know if you can see it any better when it gets blown up or not.
If anything, it probably makes it a little worse because it makes it a little blurrier. But I think you sent me a picture of that one yesterday, didn't you?
Maybe, and if not, I can send you one.
Unfortunately, on the desktop version, I can't just check out all the pictures and vids, I think. Yeah. Yeah, if you send it again, it might be quicker than me scrolling through
I
the
was
unit of messages.
While I send it again, can I ask everyone, does anyone know what the fuck is an Easter hat parade? Like, why does an Easter hat parade exist? What is that?
Terrible is what it is.
At Easter hat parade?
Do you guys have those?
I've never heard of one, but then I don't live in a big city, so I mean, I live in Wyoming, so just because we don't have it here doesn't mean that nobody else has it.
Well, look, I had never heard of it until my kids were a certain age and at school. But it's like this thing that happens. Apparently, people make like ridiculous hats with Easter eggs and bunnies on them or something, and they wear them and they do a parade. And I just the entire concept is just like so. I don't understand. I don't understand.
It's Easter bonnet parade. You try to be the most outlandish, Patty says, so we must have them here someplace.
It's like it's something. We never had them when I was a kid. It's just like
I think it was because I think they used to, back in old Chriso days, they would when it was the Easter Sunday, they would, or it might have even been before then, as part of the Lent tradition, the young lasses would decorate their bonnets with all sorts of flowers and pretty things as offerings and stuff,
Yeah, I think years and years ago here, they used to do that with like picnic baskets, and then like guys would bid on the picnic basket of their favorite gal friend, and so they could sit and have a picnic lunch with them.
There you go.
Why don't you pop me on sharing a screen and on full screen, Pam?
Okay.
That one's for B.
Oh,
I think that's the one BJ was asking for, yeah?
Oh, I don't want to do that. It's me. Okay. We got this one up right now.
Is it showing?
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah, I think he turned out to have a good personality.
Yep, he's got a lot of personality. I like him a lot. He needs a name, though.
I have no name. So that's open to the people. I have to say, the picture that I sent to Bob recently, who got called Veronica Lake, I really like that one. That worked out really well. I was very happy with that.
Yeah, Bob's good at coming up with names.
Yeah.
Gronk is a good name for it. He kind of looks like a Gronk.
Bob's got so many good reference points. That's why he makes good names.
Yeah. That's probably true.
Nola says she got a card in the mail yesterday from you. Haven't had time to open it, dealing with sick kiddos and herself.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Sorry, I was like clapping away. I'm sorry. Because I'm very sorry to hear you've got sick kiddos. That is always unpleasant. But I'm so happy that it arrived.
Should we call the $40 on the girl with the skulls? Should we call that one sold and then see if anybody wants to put in a bid on this one? Herbert's good.
Cool. I'm at.
Oh no! Not myself.
No.
What the hell? Knock it off. There we go. Stomach bug.
Oh, gross.
That sucks.
That's so awful. I always hate when my kids get like a stomach bug, and then I really want to care for them, and then I'm also really scared I'm going to catch the sickness, but then I know I'm going to catch it anyway somehow. But like that initial thing when they catch it, and I try and think of any way I can keep it from myself, you know.
I know. I would always rather be sick myself than have the kids sick.
Yes.
We got $20 from Nola for Herbert.
I sent you more, Nola, as well, but
the anticipation she's going to be experiencing, knowing it's there.
That last little envelope I sent her had 2 really nice little pieces in it. It was very nice.
So, Grasshopper, you need to throw up her PayPal for Surf City for the other drawing. If you can. There we go. Hi, Daniel.
Who did we decide Herbert is? The green and yellow pinky one.
Yeah. Yep, that's Herbert.
Nola says $20 on that. G'day, Dan. And everyone else I haven't said hello to. Sandy, Paddy.
Hey, Dragon Lair.
Sandy said it looks like Java fern on his chest. I was trying to work out. It almost looks like Windelov, that Windelov variety.
Isn't that the fern variety of the... Isn't that what it is?
The Windelov is a Java fern, yes.
Yes.
There's bloody probably thousands of them, different cultivars and whatnot.
Well, I do very much like that little fern.
Yeah, it looks like it closed on you, Surf City. You got a bargain, and congrats.
It's a really nice little picture.
Yeah, that's a really nice one. And he did get a really good deal on it.
And it's also, g'day, Paddy. It's also part of a sort of a series, I guess you could call it. There's 3 other ones similar?
Yeah. Well, it's recurring. Well, the thing is, okay.
A recurring theme. That's a good
The
one.
really nice thing about that one, and why I think it's especially special, is because the skulls have been something that keep coming up through the work. So it's got those in it. But then also that the other style of it with the head and the everything on top is also, so it's sort of like this merging of 2 things that have been happening, and come out very
Producing
nicely.
lovely results, yes. So aside from auction pictures, what do you use guys as workings ons?
Oh, I'm just doing a little deer.
Ah, cool.
I did a crow butt, though. Did you see my crow butt?
I did not.
Oh, my gosh. I'll have to show them again.
You will.
These are all up for auction tonight. If anybody wants one, I'll just show them again. Let's start with the crow butt. This, I know it's going to shock you that I would do such a thing, but there is a crow butt.
I was totally expecting his tail to be pointed upwards and, you know, actual visible anus or cloaca, I should say.
No anus in the crow butt, though, just the tail.
I love crows. They're such choice birds.
Yeah, they're fun to draw, too, although drawing an all-black bird can be challenging, but if the light's hitting them good, it's fun to do.
Yeah.
And this one, the light was shining off the feathers pretty good.
Nice and shiny.
Yep. So we got a crow butt and a duck mama with 2 half-grown babies.
Oh, g'day, Trash Cat. Didn't say hi to you.
Snake. To the rainbow boa. And Grasshopper says $20 for the crow butt.
Yeah.
And then we've got a funny looking camel. They're such funny looking critters.
He looks too sleepy to be about to spit, so he looks safe.
And a mallard drake. So that's what I've got tonight so far.
That drake has
and then I'm working on a deer. And right now we got $20 from Grasshopper for the crow butt.
We used to have a crow, a wild pet crow, who we called Crow. He had he had something wrong with him.
You can bet on any of them, Noah. Oh, and we got $20 on the ducks from BJ. Oh, Patty says $20 for the duck family. So, but BJ was first on that. And Nola says $20 for the snake. Grasshopper can help me keep track of all this stuff. We got $20 for the crow, $20 on the ducks, $20 on the snake, and $20 on the camel. And $20 on Blacky's sunglasses. I'm just kidding.
It's almost more than I paid for them.
So we got $20 on the crow and $20 on the snake, which is lots of color and stuff in it. And we got $20 on the camel from BJ.
20 on the ducks.
And 20 on the ducks from BJ. Was first on that.
So does that mean that the only one of yours that doesn't have a bid on it is the mallard?
Yep, that's it.
I'm so attentive.
Yes, you are. I'm impressed. What did I do with my pencil sharpener? There it is. Oh, Nola bid $20 on the mallard too. So
rad. Pardon me. What about the duck family one? Patty, did you want to go higher than the 20 to snag it away from BJ? Yeah, BJ. Go up by any whole dollar amount, I believe, is the rules over here.
Yep. Just no pennies. The confusion is for real. Well, let me see. I'll go. Nola's bid. Your bid is $20 for the snake and $20 for the mallard. And BJ bid 20 on the ducks, which Patty also bid 20, but BJ was first, so hers is the one that counts. And BJ bid $20 on the camel. And Grasshopper bid $20 on the crow's butt. And I think that's it. Dragler says he was going to bid 2001. Nope, no 2001 cent ones. Nope. You could go 21, but not 2001. I think Nola's got a $20 bid on Sarah's drawing too, right? On the Herman guy or whatever his name was, Herman?
Yeah. Nola has 20 on Herbert.
Herbert, that's it, yep. I know, Patrick. But you got to be careful. Didn't you see how badly I beat up Mike? Do you have any kind of deer in Australia?
Just feral ones. I think they're mostly whitetail and red deer, I believe, are what they're called.
Okay, so the red deer are like a European deer, right?
Yeah.
And the white tail are like...
Whitey bought them over early in the piece to farm.
Now, are they like natural there, or did they get brought in?
No, brought in by the English whiteys that settled the land.
That's kind of what I figured, yeah.
But they were originally a farmed animal. You know, they weren't just released out into the wild. So I'm led to believe. But yeah, there's
Have you never seen it?
Well, you might get a chance because they're reportedly around your area now.
You said that, but then here or like, you know.
Well, they're reportedly as far down as like Kingscliff and Cabarita, and they're coming up from around Casino and Lismore as well. My friend Nick was He's a bow hunter, and he was saying that they were doing a mission at Niagara looking for deer because there'd been sightings, and they're at Crabs Creek as well.
Niagara.
Yeah.
Wow.
They were just going on, someone saying that there'd been a sighting or two there.
Archery.
What?
Like other kinds of archery, not just hunting? Or like, the reason I'm asking is it a nice guy that you know who wants to show my kids some archery skills?
What do you mean? Have I told you about Nick before being an archer and you wanted him to teach your kid?
Well, yeah, I'm just wondering if that's a thing.
Probably not. It's probably easier just to do like an archery school.
I think people want to see your art again, Sarah. I'm going to blow you up.
He runs a business as well. So.
Yeah, there's not an archery school though. But so
there's
the
one in Byron, but I know that's miles from here.
Yeah, we've got mule deer and white-tailed deer here, and some crosses between the two. They'll cross sometimes, and you see them once in a while here, where they're half mule deer and half whitetail.
Can I ask you, Mikey, what does your friend hunt them for?
I didn't honestly ask. I assume for the sport and for the meat.
Yeah, so would he be willing to part with a skull?
I'll have to hit him up and see if he's actually done any yet, but I'll definitely ask.
Yeah, please do. These are the ones I had up. I was going to also ask, but this might be I put this one aside.
Oh, yeah, I remember that guy.
And I think I put him to the side, and I can't remember, but I thought it might have been BJ. But then again, and also if you were like, oh, yeah, I was interested, but not anymore, that's not right. Or maybe it wasn't BJ. I don't even remember.
It wasn't BJ. It was, who was it? It was AAA, I think.
Okay, because I put it aside, into a side pile. And I was like, oh, yeah, who was that from? And I don't remember, but.
Yeah, I think it was AAA if I remember right, but I don't remember for sure. Okay, well, I'm going to call, before it gets too far up, I'm going to call mine sold. So we got, Nola bought the mallard and the snake for $20 each. And BJ bought the ducks, and Grasshopper bought the crow for $20. And I think that's it, isn't it? Let's see, we got the mallard and the ducks. Oh, the camel. Who bought the camel? Somebody bought the camel. I forgot who got the camel. Oh, BJ. Right. $20 for the camel.
I'm busy being a ghost over here.
So the $20 is easy. Just I'll have to write down who got what. But BJ got the camel and the ducks. And Grasshopper got the crow's butt. And Nola got the mallard and the snake, I think. So $20 each for each of them. BJ says she really likes that one. Is it sold? No, I don't believe it's sold. I think somebody said they really liked it, but nobody has bought it yet.
But this is the first time I pulled it back out since I put it in the pile. I don't remember. For some reason, I thought it was, but I'm not good at that stuff. It's called Glazed Ruby. But yeah, I just had to decide. I have a few aside. There was someone, but they are not here, like was into this one here. So it's also in the aside pile.
Okay, yep, I got, oh, thank you.
And just by the way, if anyone is interested,
Yep, Sam, I got yours. Thank you very much. And thank you for the extra. And that's the one I've got so far. And then I just got another payment from Nola. Got her 2 paid for. Okay.
You're getting a bit antsy there, love.
Oh my gosh, it's Chappie. Hi, Chappie.
I'm just like,
oh, I gotta pull you down. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I hate it to do that to myself, so I don't want to do that to you. And BJ says $20 for Ruby.
Which one's Ruby?
Nice.
That first pinky orange.
The pinky one.
For some reason I thought it was aside for BJ, but if it's not, like, I don't remember who it was meant to be for. So, you know, I'm happy to do whatever. And then I still have these little guys. And like I said, I can pull out the color ones. I just didn't know. To be honest, I might keep this one. It's called Black Caviar, and I kind of really like it.
That's a really cool one, yes.
I might just end up hanging it on my wall if no one takes it. I probably won't put it on anywhere else.
Yeah, I'd forgotten that they were named after the color that the swap was.
I do have a link up at the top, Chappie, if you wanted to come up. You were more than welcome all the time to come up.
I read Dragon Laird's comment, and I'm like kind of jealous because I would love that. That's what I want. I really like skulls, but most of any skulls that I can get are of like little creatures. And we don't. So obviously, yes. Apparently, there are deer somewhere. I haven't seen the deer, but our native animals, like there's no native hoof creatures, and there are cows, and I've gotten cow skulls, but they don't have horns attached to them. They're just the skull.
I used to have a really awesome bull skull that had huge horns on it, and I loved it. And a friend of mine opened up a restaurant, and she wanted to know if she could hang it in the front part of the restaurant. And I'll be goddamned if somebody didn't steal it.
Bastards.
Yes, it was a really cool skull too. Really nice set of horns on it. Big. It was like big. But yeah, and I wired it, like I put a couple nails up and just wired the hell out of it to the nails, but somebody just cut the wires and took it. Okay, BJ, I'm not worried about you.
Yeah, it's unfortunate because mostly we have nothing native here. So anything, like I look at skulls to buy all the time, but I have to look at shipping them as well, and it ends up being,
yeah,
I can't do. Sorry, my kids are messaging me. They want to go to the waterfall. So I already told them they can go to the waterfall because they had some running thing at school today. She said they can go to the waterfall and I'll pick them up at the waterfall. But
nice. And you can kind of look through the creek while you're there, right?
Well, maybe not. It's a different one. So
is it a different one? Okay.
Different creek that goes to the waterfall. So it's interesting because there's a creek around here that's called Crystal Creek. Crystal Creek doesn't have any crystals in it. I believe it's called Crystal Creek because the water is crystal clear.
Ah.
It is, and it's lovely. And then there's also the creek that goes to the waterfall, which is called the Zara Road Waterfall, as far as anybody calls it around here. And I personally think wherever that creek comes from I don't think it's going to have anything good in it from anything I've seen so far. But
so that one is a creek.
Yes.
And the other one with the pretty waterfall is a creek.
Well, see, I think the one with the waterfall is that water is always gross, and it comes from this creek that I think just goes through cow paddocks, and I think it's gross. But our creek, like the little private creek we've got and swimming hole behind our house with all the fish in it, and that creek, you go down in that, and like I am pulling out crystals and chunks of it's like a treasure hunt every time you go there.
Oh wow.
It's so awesome. And it's very private, and still there are some cows along there, but it's very nice. But yeah, we're so lucky to have our little spot. Like yeah, you have to like clamber and climb and walk to get down there. It's not. We had these friends who lived so when we lived out in the rainforest, their house, you could walk out the back of their kitchen, and they had like the kitchen and the deck outside the kitchen, and then the creek right there, and the beautiful rainforest creek. Like, it's absolutely beautiful. But that house floods like every time it rains too much.
Oh no.
Where we are, we're like up on the bank. So if you want to go, you either have to clamber straight down the bank, or the way I go is you go down like that. So I go like down the hill and then down again in the other direction, instead of just like slipping straight down the bank. But it's still right there underneath our house, and it's absolutely phenomenal. It really is. Sorry, kids are messaging. But yeah, it's beautiful, and I've started I miss it when I've not walked down there for long enough, and some of the rocks but I end up bringing so many rocks back that my bag is it's so heavy, and I unload, so I've got like piles at the bottom of the hill. I'm there going, okay, that's too heavy, I'll unload all this stuff. And then I go, I'll get that next time. But then next time I gather so many. And then the next time I go, I'll be looking, and I'll get to some point where I'm like, stop looking. It's like, stop looking at anything. Just walk home. Stop picking up. It's very hard to stop picking it up, because who knows? The thing is, if you've ever done this kind of thing, you just never know. Suddenly you'll just see like a little glimpse of something, and you'll go for it, and like, who knows what treasure you will pull out.
Yeah.
Paddy says Sarah, probably wrong Sarah, because he's put an H at the end of it. Show me the crystals you get from the creek. I'm a crystal connoisseur.
Ooh, okay, lovely, nice. I would like to do that also. I'm not as fussy as Mikey. People have been putting H's on my name all my life. I don't care.
I was going to say, but last time we tried to show crystals in this environment, it wasn't a very, very good result. So potentially maybe film some and put them on your YouTube channel. Quick video.
But it wasn't it, once I got the water and the background. I'm happy to give that a whirl again.
All right.
Just at least with a few. You know.
They're showing those fancy red ones with the little green rocks in them. They're very cool.
Yeah,
Or is it the
so
other way
like
around?
I'm happy to go and grab a few bits. I'm just all of my machines are going, and that means my 11-year-old wants to go on Discord, to which we have lied about his age to allow him to go on there.
Goodness, that's risky.
Well, you can't have Discord when you're 11, but
yeah, I know, but I'm saying it's risky the amount of shit on Discord that he could be exposed to.
But you were the one who said you can't do anything on Discord unless you actually have the other person's contact details, right?
I think you can still post stuff into news groups and stuff.
Why I let my kid go on, they asked you first. No, yeah. I did. I don't know.
So BJ, you sent me $20. Which one of them did you want? You don't have to get both of them, but I think you bid 20 on which one? The camel and the ducks. So which one of them did you want?
Am I going to get crystals also? I think I'm going to paint this
Don't
guy.
spray Mario. He's innocent.
Yeah, sorry,
so
Katie.
cool, Sarah. Let me blow you up here.
AC will mess everyone's life up, mate.
Whose life is what?
Paddy's saying that he only popped the H on the end. Well, he didn't. Auto-corrected it for him.
Good old
yeah.
AC strikes again.
It'll do that. I think this is what I'm here for, right? I was going to just
That
paint
is so awesome.
That's choice.
I'm going to paint him.
I love that one. I
Ow.
love it.
We don't know how he's going to turn out until he turns out. So
You're going to scan him first? Or just go for it?
I just put paint on my thing. I can scan him. Hang on. I got to fold my thing down. Also, I didn't get Chris yet. Tell you what. Depending on the timing of today.
Oh, I think you got both of them then. You just did it separately. I got confused by BJ. Sorry. She paid for the two instead of putting the two together. She paid for them separately, so I was momentarily confused because I'm easily confused.
Paddy, you'd probably be excited to know that where Sarah lives is basically inside the crater of an old volcano. So there's lots of fun stuff in the rocks and whatnot.
Oh, that's
Yes.
kind of awesome.
That's the thing. It is so cool here. I would love to share that with you. It's something that excites me so much. I don't talk about it too much from here because I don't know if that's the place, but like I'm really into, and what I would really like to do.
So
is
do you
not
get
only,
like obsidian chunks too, or?
no, I have never found obsidian.
Oh, that's too bad. In Eastern Oregon, when I used to hunt arrowheads with my family all the time, most of the arrowheads there are out of obsidian, and there's black and red and black with gold flecks, and there was even some turquoise ones that we found that were definitely obsidians, which is kind of cool.
But these are like,
but that's like a lava flow. Obsidian's like a lava flow, so I'm surprised that you haven't found any obsidian at all.
It's interesting because it's not something I've even heard of finding here. What we find the largest majority of is quartz. Sorry, I'm just gonna tell that to scan and get it off my screen. We find a huge amount of quartz. Then there are occasionally some opal, but we're not exactly in the right place, but sometimes you can find it. You can find sapphires, and you can find gold, and you can find, so some of the other things that I found are jasper and agate and what's it called? zircon,
Yeah,
which I didn't.
we would find arrowheads out of jasper once in a while too. I was just asking about the obsidian because in Eastern Oregon there's like whole areas where it's like lava flows where there's hardly any sagebrush will even get taller than like 6 inches because there's so much chunks of obsidian. It's like the ground's totally covered with great big, anywhere from like that big to huge, great big chunks of obsidian, and it's a lava flow.
Wow.
So I'm surprised that with volcanoes there you don't have any obsidian.
We are in like, is it called Caldera? So it's like this area. There's like a big mountain now that was the core of the volcano.
Yeah.
And where I live and everything is in the caldera, which is in the like where it used to be inside the volcano, but now isn't anymore.
It doesn't like I believe that it's the largest volcanic crater in Australia when they mapped out the whole crater, which goes from Mount Warning right down to Chincogan. The mountain that's just behind me is part of the old the wall of the volcano, or the outside. It's, what did you call it?
Caldera.
Caldera, that's right. Yeah.
DJ, you sent me 3 payments. Do you want me to? I can send one of them back. Let me send one of them back to you.
Should probably send you Sarah's one.
Yeah, so I'm gonna send one back. I'm gonna refund this payment on the last one because you bought 2 drawings from me and 1 from Sarah, I think. So.
Wait, do they take fees for doing that?
No. Well, they took the fee out of it to begin with, but
they should refund the fee if you refund the payment.
Yeah, and I'm just like totally refunding it. So.
The thing is,
and I already transferred it, BJ. So it might take for it to get back to you because I didn't catch it in time to stop myself before I like transferred it to my bank. So, but it's coming back. $20 USD refunded to BJ.
I'm torn between different actions because I wanted to paint that painting, but I also kind of want to go and get some crystals.
I thought you were killing 2 birds with 1 stone, and while it was scanning, you were going to bolt for crystals and stuff.
Yeah, like I'm happy to go for crystals, but like I want to get all the crystals and show them all. I've got to get a bowl of water and stuff. I love it. I would do a whole stream of let's look at every crystal I found in the creek this week.
You could do like short videos on your YouTube channel. Trash Cat bids $17.99 for punchy ears. Unfortunately, Trash Cat, we only deal in whole dollars.
Why am I confused now? What was I going to say?
There's an underground river there. That sounds pretty cool.
Something about, because I was saying make a bunch of short videos on your YouTube about your rocks.
Oh, yes. So what I was going to say is how I was almost going to put up like a video on YouTube. Just I wanted to show videos like of the fish in my creek and like the mating of the catfish and all of that. Like I wanted to just make it into like a video and try and put it on there because to be realistic, I've never like pushed anything with my YouTube channel. So probably everyone who follows my YouTube channel is like a fish person, and I just wanted to show like all the fish in my area and the fish in my creek, and
that
maybe
catfish breeding one was pretty special. It deserves to be
on my window. Because who doesn't like that?
That could be a type of YouTube short that makes your channel go viral. G'day, Steve and Coro.
I don't really want to go viral. I just want to share some of my life with the people who already, like, I know. And
definitely your tapping bird and your catfish breeding and your videos from the other day with the big fish. They'd all be lovely additions.
Yeah,
Yeah, BJ, I refunded that back to you. I refunded the extra payment back to you, which should be getting there. Hopefully, it'll refund immediately back. If not, it should be there within the next day.
Where's Coroworks?
Well, I think he's talking about something in America. We have gone through this before, but I've forgotten as well. But that BJ and Coro, I think, are both talking about a similar place with the natural bridge.
Because I live right near a natural bridge too. But it's full of like glowworms and fireflies, and it's really quite beautiful.
Spectacular. Oops.
Oh, you're near Portland? Huh.
I'm like 10 minutes from a place called Natural Bridge that's here.
Is it different to Natural Arch, which it used to be called, or is that what it used to be called in the 70s and 80s? Or do people still call it that?
Probably the same place, I think. Also, like, I'm on the verge of getting up from my chair to go and get the crystals, but part of me wants to go, hey, there's like Dragon there just wants to have like a whole section with menu and crystals and stuff. Like, I'll go get a few, but like, I can't explain. I really like it, and I really like am interested in. It's not just crystals because it's every rock. There are so many cool rocks, and I just love it, and I want to show them all and talk about them. But I'll just go. Should I go and get a few now? It's just that part of me is like, hang on, maybe we need a whole dedicated session for this.
Yeah,
but maybe I'm
G'day, Griff. But yeah, I reckon if you don't do it soon, it'll be almost Paddy's bedtime, and he'll want to go away and sleep. But if you get something to show him, you might give him an extra half an hour of a wait time.
I'll just grab a couple of little pieces to show them. Okay, I'll be back.
And Griffin, hello.
Can take a long walk off a shore.
And BJ, don't send me any more money. You bought 2 drawings from me, and you sent me 3 payments, so I refunded you one of them. So we're good now, so don't send me any more.
Yeah, she must have been off this screen while she was sorting that out, because the messages came through from her that she sent an extra $20 came after you were sending.
And I refunded it, so it's coming back to you.
It should be all fair and square.
Yep. So we're all good now. Because I when I logged in, I saw there was 3 from you, so I sent you one of them back. BJ had 3, or only 2 from me though. So she bid on another. Did she buy one of Sarah's?
Yeah, Huawei saying, is Herbert still on the table or has that closed? It is. We haven't closed it out yet, and yeah, BJ has $20 sitting on Herbert.
Yeah, so the other $20 for the
hang on, did I get that right?
Art piece goes to Sarah, not to me.
Herbert. Not on Herbert. Herbert was sold to Nola. Sorry, I'm not even taking notes here, Huawei, and you're asking me. Jesus.
I don't know.
BJ bid 20 on Ruby, if you will.
Okay, yeah. So your other $20 is going to go to Sarah, not to me. Yep, you got the ducks and the camel, and they're all paid for, and you sent me an extra payment, and it's coming back to you. So we're even. Don't send me any more money if you
unless you're feeling extra generous.
You two, not to me. And Nola has a $20 bid on Herbert.
I thought we closed Herbert.
And Billie Jean $20 on Ruby.
We might have to get Nola to confirm or not whether we closed on that, because the chat's been going nuts.
Yep. So you and I are good, BJ. You got the camel and the ducks are paid for, and you got $20 coming back to you because you sent an extra one to me. And so that $20 you can like go towards Sara if you end up buying Ruby or whatever. But anyway, that's coming back to you. The extra payment's coming back to you.
Or just send it to
I refunded it.
Send it to Sarah's PayPal with a note saying, "A tip for Blacky being such an awesome auctioneer." And that was purely said in jest. Don't send me your $20. Some one day. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you did $20 on Ruby, BJ. The pinky, orangey, reddy one on a paint swatch. Is that correct, Scungy?
Sorry, what?
It's all right. I'll scroll back through the chat and find it.
That's better.
Which one on Sarah's? You bid on Ruby, I believe.
BJ, yes, there's $20 on Ruby. No one has bid higher than that yet. I still haven't found whether we closed out Nola's one, but I'm pretty sure. Paddy said he thought someone got that just as he came in.
I should move my keyboard, shouldn't I?
Probably if you don't want water drips in it.
I don't really know. I just realized I didn't bring some bits.
Yeah, Nola had 20 on her, but I can't actually find in the chat where we actually did close it out. Well, let's just say close out.
Yep.
What colour is that actually?
Night, Daniel. Thanks for coming in.
See you, Dan.
And BJ says, did I win Ruby while I was away doing the PayPal thing?
Yes, yes, you did, BJ. Unless anyone else out.
I don't really know. This is really interesting, and I really like this rock that I found.
It's not obsidian, is it?
It's not obsidian. It's definitely not.
Paddy says it's hard to tell too.
Yeah, and it would be hard to tell, like on screen and everything as well. You can't tell, but
that one's cool though. That's
one of my favorite ones. This one that I found.
You could try taking photos of them and sending them to me.
Yeah.
Let's try one that way and see if it's a market improvement or not.
Can I be honest? Do I need to go and do that now? I just don't know if I can be bothered. I'm happy to like say, yeah, you can't see the stuff that I can see from these.
I reckon videos for your YouTube channel for those two would be tops.
Yeah, well, I might do that then instead of this because, like, I can try and show some of these. And then, like, I'm not showing because, like, a lot of the bits that have, like, sapphire and all sorts of stuff that are just like these they're tiny little stones, so they're hard to show. So yeah, I'll leave this off. That's why I was thinking like that's just quartz. At least I know what that is.
We could try doing a stream with your other camera setup. I wonder if that would work better.
Oh yeah, that would be a really good idea. See? Yeah, so we just need to do a special crystal stream.
I still think you should do videos on your YouTube channel.
Maybe.
Just like little 5-minute ones doing 4 or 5 different crystals. You talk about each one.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
See you next time.
Goodo. So we'll leave this for now because it's also a bit dangerous in this environment. I just love rocks. I could say.
Well, what is there not to love about rocks?
I freaking love rocks. And I've always loved rocks. And then I've moved to like the ultimate place for rock lovers.
Let me clear up some of Huawei's confusion. Huawei, the first one with the skulls on the lady's head or the being's head, went to Surf City for 40 bungos.
Yeah.
Herbert, we closed out. Well, I'm doing it officially now. We'll close out Herbert to Nola for 20 bungos.
Yeah.
And Ruby closed out at 20 bungos for BJ Palmer.
Yep. Yep.
Oh, did BJ buy that one?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Was there only those 3 that were bid on of your works tonight?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Something's making me think I'm missing your 4th one or something.
Well, no, it can't be because I'm pretty sure the only other things besides, because you're saying Wade, Ruby, and those guys. And so the only other things I put up were these, which I'm pretty sure nobody went for.
Yep. You did win Ruby from Sara for $20, BJ.
But
Dragonlair says the last rock you held up is a geode filled with quartz crystals.
yes.
Would that be accurate? You got that one already?
Oh, he will love to see this one. Oh, I don't know. I assume he will love to see it because I think anyone who likes crystals as much as I do, or rocks, because that's really what it is. They're all just rocks.
They're pretty rocks. That's right. I don't like the all the airy fairy nonsense with them, but I love a good looking rock.
I freaking love a good looking rock. Can I just say, if there is anything about the Ruby, I don't want any pressure. If BJ doesn't know or isn't confident about going ahead, like absolutely no worries whatsoever. No worries. So just let that be, however. But I think those ones that nobody bid on, and this one which I'm getting more. Oh wait, no, because I stuck this one
Show
up.
us the one. Show us the ones that are still available one more time here.
These ones.
Yep, we can throw those back up Saturday too, because right now we're getting down where we've only got 12 people left in here right now.
And like, to be honest, I'm not too worried. These are like actually 2 really good ones.
Yeah, they are.
It's fun and interesting how, things go. So, but I think they're the ones nobody bid on. And then I also showed.
Can I show people the alternate design of the one that was on your right that you sent me last night?
You can show whatever you like. Whatever you like.
I can't though. It's not my stream. I can't show that here.
You want to show that yet?
Let's go there.
No unsolicited deck pictures.
Or patios or verandas.
That's right. That's right. That one is awesome. It looks almost like a bat.
No one wants to see your veranda.
No one. It's got old 1970s tiles all over it. It's disgusting.
Oh, that's awesome too.
Oh, yeah. So, that's this one.
I can't see. I've really got to get a 2-monitor set up so I can do full screen displays and see what's going on.
Yeah, that one is pretty cool.
Yeah, I'd like that one on a shirt, most definitely.
Oh, that would look really cool on a shirt. Any of those would
That
look
one
cool
I
on a
want on a
shirt.
shirt as well. That one I
And
want
that
on a
one,
shirt
I would
ASAP.
love that one.
That one I want on a shirt ASAP.
I'm trying to say which ones can and can't. Can, but last one can't. Can't. I don't think I can make that on a shirt.
I'd even have it tiny on a shirt if it's only
those would make really good, cool patches that you could like sew onto a vest, like a biker's type vest.
It's mostly
that would look really cool.
So here's the issue. That one there is so the picture that Sam bought the other day or last week that he said was like the demon dog.
Oh, yeah,
I don't have it anymore. That's what made that picture there. And the issue is that these really, really small drawings, I can scan them in and I can make what looks like cool art on screen with them, which I still really enjoy playing around with and doing. But in order to
whoops.
But yeah, in order to put them on a shirt or something.
G'day, Holly.
I'm just not sure that they have enough resolution to.
Yeah, I've run into that too with photographs I've taken. Sometimes they won't blow up big enough to make a print.
I can blow it up. It'll lose a lot to blow it up. So.
Yeah.
What about putting it on tiny little stickers?
You should think of doing little patches that people can sew onto stuff. You know, like on the vest and stuff like that.
I don't know anyone who makes patches. And some of the things, so right now what I'm meant to be doing is designing my business cards, which is some of the things I was like doing all of those designs for to see which is gonna go on the business cards.
Yes, you did win Ruby, BJ.
Do you want it, BJ?
Yes, BJ, you want it, and we all know you want it.
If you're happy with it, it's yours. But if you don't want it, like I don't want anyone to buy or get anything that they don't actually really want and don't feel really good about and connected to. I would rather nobody spends their money or does it if they don't feel really like, yes, I love that, I want that. Right? That's what's important to me. Where did Mikey go?
I don't know. He just kind of disappeared.
He disappeared.
Yep.
So I was saying the other day, I would like to do a thing because I know I've said a few times about that I had maybe some little pictures to do a giveaway, but I never like quite know when to do it. But I also realized I have a really big picture that I'm sort of interested in doing a giveaway. I pulled it out the other day on one of the after Pams, but I could show it now. I sort of am interested in maybe doing it, but I will give away the big picture in like some event. It's a print, but if it's all right, I'm gonna go and get it and just show it.
Yep.
But I don't know. I just want to make like sure if I do a giveaway or something like that, it's like we get as many people as possible to enter and potentially be able to have it. But so this, oh my God, you guys can't see this. Behind my chair, there is like a sleepy dog. What are you doing on there?
I see him.
She's not really meant to be on the bed. So she was being sneaky. This is a print.
That is awesome.
So I don't know. I was just thinking maybe at some point, you know, we can make a big deal about things or whatever. And maybe I can do a big giveaway. Don't know. But like it's a really cool print. At the moment
it is.
it's the only one of its kind, and I don't know if I will print more of this, so it may end up being a one of one kind of print, and it's a proper like jig clay art print. So yeah, I just wanted to put it out there and kind of tease or give a taster of.
We should get some suggestions for how to facilitate a giveaway that would involve the maximum amount of participants.
Yeah, because that's
G'day,
definitely
Mika.
the way I think to do it. That's what I would like. You know, I don't just want it to be like, there's a couple of people and do it, because that one, it's kind of going to be a big deal to send out because it's so big. You know what I mean? And yeah, I just wanted to show it and see. It's a quite cool one, but you know what else I want to do in that size, Mikey, is that Cerberus. Things where you know the one I mean?
Yeah, I believe I know which one is Cerberus.
Yeah. It's only I always say Cerberus, but I think that they are like, I think it's meant to be care. Actually, and really, but yeah, I'd love to do that one in a big print. But
Mickey hello.
So yes, we'd certainly entertain ideas from the chat or people in the know about how one might facilitate a giveaway that would involve, you know, a decent population.
great big giveaway where lots of people can, because the thing is also we have a lot of people go through like and are present for all the things, but we have like different places or times and ways that we sort of stream, and not everyone is on all of them. And yeah, and I think that anyone who is into watching and likes, say, my art will probably be pretty stoked with that print. It is a really nice, really big print. It is big.
Yep.
I imagine that everyone that watches us on YouTube probably follows you on the Instagrams. So I wonder if Instagram might be a better platform for a giveaway. Are you allowed to do that on Instagram? Of course you are.
Yeah, I can do it on Instagram, but I think only a portion of the people on here are on Instagram. And like, there are some people who have been like really faithful Instagram followers, but I've gotten a lot of support on YouTube. And that is where I would like to offer the giveaway, because that's the people who have really supported.
Yeah, good point. Good
Me a
point.
lot.
Appreciate
That's
it.
why I want to offer it.
A valid point, Reg. Hey, BJ. Hey. Hope she heard that one.
He's saying Reg.
Valid point, Reg.
What's the relevance?
Well, we'll see if BJ gets it or anyone else gets it. I'm actually surprised Pam doesn't get it.
Do you know what? I bought this cup like so long ago when we were doing the markets, and I bought it thinking that will be a nice gift to give someone, and then I never found the right person to give it to, and it sat in my kitchen for like 3 years before like
Just as an ornament before you used
gonna
it.
use that cup. So now I'm using it, and you know what? It's the best cup. I love it because not only do I really love handmade pottery, like I really do a lot, and this one has got, see these little dimples where you hold it?
Oh, right, under your finger, right. Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah,
Bit of grippage for the shinage.
yeah, so you can let you hold it. It's a very nice little cup. If anyone, so I am a kind of person who is incredibly fussy about the cups I use, the bowls I use, the spoons and forks. Like I was talking to my kids the other day, they were like, why can't you, the fork, and it's got like, it has to have enough weight, but if it has got like the sharp edges along, I don't know how to explain it, but the way it's molded, sometimes they're molded where they've got this like edge, and it's really uncomfortable to hold, and the whole shape of the fork and like how long it is and how long the tines are, and same with the spoon. I'm like incredibly fussy and really, really picky about what shape of cup, bowl, cutlery I want to use. Like really fussy. And when it's wrong, it makes me actually feel distressed. And I've learned that not many people accept this distress. So I try to go along with it, but it's genuinely distressing to use like if the fork or the spoon and it's got like a...
Now I feel guilty.
Yeah, why?
Because I've served you dinner with a hard, flat-edged fork before.
Oh, yeah. But you will know that I have stored my own cup at your house. Your bowls and plates, Mikey, they are the worst. They are like, they make my teeth...
Not mine.
That's why I can explain it, is it makes my teeth feel like they're bleeding. That's how it feels.
No.
The bowls, to eat out of one of your bowls is like... Well, I love you, so
I don't know which bowls you've eaten out of mine.
Hi, Moose. Hi, Dads.
No,
Yeah.
you know
Ice
what?
cream in those white ones.
You know those like the glass ones? Those are okay. But
The
yes,
white.
the white ones are like, yes, they come out of my teeth. It's
Yeah,
so hard to explain.
I don't like those ones either, and the dinner plates of the same.
So like I try really hard to not make it a thing because most people don't understand it. So I like try really hard. But if I can really explain, honestly, it feels like part of my body is leaking out of my teeth to use wrong things.
Lucky you don't have to chew on bowls or dinner plates.
Making me feel like going like just to talk about it.
Hey,
Right.
TRB.
Right, I have a good cup, and this cup is wonderful.
G'day, GRB, Moose.
Or does that mean
Hi, Debs as well. Hi, Debs. Sorry, does that mean what now?
Well, did GRB just like arrive?
Yes, he did. Now, can I just take us a couple of steps back? Coro did put a pretty decent suggestion in the chat saying do a daily short on your favourite rocks or gems or small sketches, and then you'll likely have a bunch of new subs and increased viewership for that giveaway stream.
Okay.
Because I bet you everyone in here is subscribed to your YouTube at least. Is everyone? Let's put a poll out.
They may not be because my YouTube has nothing on it. Because I'm not someone who's like, oh, I'm going to try and get up my subscribers. And like any subscribers that I've gotten are just like nice people who decided to subscribe to my channel despite it having nothing on it. But I just have nothing on it.
There's no reason for people not to go and subscribe and turn the notifications on for when some of these little nice videos will be coming out that everyone seems quite interested in.
Yeah, the thing is,
wait, BJ says
I would be. I don't have a problem with putting on some little like videos of my arts or a nice stone I found in the creek. That all sounds fun. But I'm just not the sort of person, I'm just like not going to try.
Yeah, we get it. You're not chasing a massive audience there or anything.
If I put stuff on there, it's for the people who maybe already know me and want to see.
PJ says that PayPal's being cranky and she'll try again in a few minutes, Sarah.
Oh, yeah, I'm not worried at all. That's fine, however it goes. Yeah, however it goes, I'm all good. So yeah, maybe I will. I have a few videos that I've sort of like semi-lined up to think of putting on YouTube, mostly just of fish.
Yeah, I reckon that catfish mating one. Bloody put it up.
The catfish mating one is beautiful. It's so good.
Jinx.
So good. Yeah, but like, who doesn't want to watch catfish mating?
And the three-legged turtle, he should go up as a short as well. Everyone loves the three-legged turtle.
Yeah, I can.
Wagner. Thanks for stopping by.
Good night, Dragon. That I will like to show you my rocks sometime.
Make sure you subscribe to Sarah's YouTube channel, Patty, and hit that notification bell and all that shit. So when she puts a video up, you'll be one of the first to hear about it.
I might never. Just warning you. But your interest is inspiring.
I dare you just to like film one of the rocks or the three rocks sitting in front of you for like 15 seconds and instantly upload it to your YouTube channel. I dare you. I double dare you, man. I physically challenge you, man. Physical challenge. That was what it was, wasn't it? Did you have that kiddies game show over there as well? What was it called? Physical challenge.
What was it called? I don't know.
I think it was called Physical Challenge, and they started with a dare and a double dare, then a physical challenge, and I think they turned it into a television show.
I don't know about this.
I don't believe it lasted very long. It's a pretty shallow premise. Just to put kids in dangerous physical positions and potentially injure them for the joy of all the other kiddies watching in the afternoon after school.
Oh, come now. We all love that. Where did I like lost the picture I was going to paint.
It's in the scanner, love.
It's too. Good for you.
Unlike Huawei, I'm not taking notes. Double Dare, is that what it was? Does it sound like the same premise, Huawei? Where they're basically just putting kids into their outside their comfort zone, I should say, and potentially wanting to hurt them.
Who doesn't want to hurt kids?
Yeah, well, on paper it sounds like a dodgy idea. In reality, might get Huawei into the $7 realm tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, we like that sound.
There's just like
that means
so much.
progress is being made.
What?
You must be making progress. Then, right?
That's just I'm purely basing it on the amount of ink invested in the piece.
Yep.
I've got to get a return on my investment on the ink used.
Lovely.
Lots of extra little details and excessive fiddling going on today in between monitoring and auction notes.
I don't know anything.
Oh, it sounds joyous, Nola. Sitting here waiting for the projectile vomit to start.
Oh. Alright.
We should start taking bets. Is it going both ends? Top end, bottom end? I'll put $1.50 on both ends at once.
I am so sad for you, Nola. I just really have to send you all my, deepest fucking arse. Truly, though, it's a nightmare. That is my nightmare. And every time life is not like that with kids, I'm grateful for it, but it's a freaking nightmare.
Yeah, old people too.
Yep. Mikey's living it. He's living the spew poo life. But to be honest, I have to say, I think probably old people is worse because kids are like pure and new and they're gross, but they're your kids and you adore them for anything that they are. But like old people have old people smell and you can't be like, oh, these are my precious little new lovely children vomiting here. They're just so Mikey's in the worst situation of all. And it's well gross. And I'm sorry, love, I really am.
Best thing ever is a bloody a hose in the shower and one that's got a nice good squirt gun on it.
So that's the only benefit is that as people get old, you tend to accommodate the whole house around that. Whereas when you're young and you have young kids,
you just make do.
You have just normal house. Whereas the whole house when people are old, that's the difference, I think. But anyway.
I'm still struggling with both of them to understand that when they feel diarrhea or bad pooing coming on or spewing, to just go straight to the shower, because 9 times out of 10, if they take their diarrhea to the toilet, they make so much more mess. And mess in the shower is all confined to one small space, can be sorted out in no time flat, generally without a mop. Whereas as soon as the toilet's involved, you got to get the mop out. You got to get the bloody Vicks or something under your nose so something takes away the smell. Oh, those colours look pretty wicked.
I've got a combat
that's nice.
diarrhea.
That's really nice. I like that.
Yeah, I'm happy with it too.
Yeah, he's cute, super cute. Hey, Mick, Pam's taken this slot for a little while, so I know it's still early morning for you to catch, but you can jump in here and catch Pam, and as well on her Saturday night streams, which I think is Sunday morning for you, or Saturday morning. Bloody time zones. Can't we all just be at the same time?
Can't we all be the same?
Hey, would we all be in the same time zone if the world was flat?
Well, still no. Sun still has to rise from somewhere.
I was trying to exhibit the level of intelligence that a flat earther might display. Oops.
Sorry, but that was even more than a flat earther. Oh, it's got beautiful colours, this one.
It does.
It sure does.
You know, just like last polls, this guy is finished, and if anyone wants him, you can have him. Guys. Oh. No, his colours turned out really nice. I'm really happy, actually. That's some cute guy.
Some cute guy.
We all like cute guy, don't we? Actually, you know what's interesting? I feel physically repelled from like cute guys. That's the best way I can. No, just like a certain kind of like pretty man. But then I say there's like this like guy that I follow on Instagram, and he's like this like well gay, well pretty. Like he's so pretty, and like I don't feel repelled by him. Like, so
Because he's gay.
maybe, but probably not, because he's just like, he's so fucking adorable. He's like called Tyler. He's called Tyler. He's Ghost Honey. Does anyone know who that is?
Oh, yeah, I follow him. He's
Oh,
cute.
do you? No,
He's cute,
he is. Isn't he though? So like he's adorable, and that I have no repulsion. But like there are some like there's some version of like a pretty man that makes me want to vomit. But like that's why I said him, because he's an incredibly beautiful, very pretty man, and he doesn't make me feel the revulsion. I think he's adorable.
The way it's carried, you know.
Probably.
They know they got it, and they're still a little bit humble about it, or they don't present it in a dickish way. It balances it out, sort of thing. But a lot of the very pretty boys are posers and strutters, and.
But see, he's so indulgent in it, but he's absolutely adorable. I love him. Like, I don't love him. I mean, I really enjoy the stuff that he puts forward, right? Because I don't know, it's really weird. But just like, I do have a lot of repulsion for the pretty man.
Lucky.
Maybe unless you're that dude or like whatever. Something. I can't define it now, so now I just feel weird, but yeah, I highly enjoy watching his little videos and stuff that he does. apparently he keeps teeth under his bed.
Doesn't everyone?
I keep them next to the bed. Where do you keep them?
Yeah, under the bed. I can't accidentally walk on them when they're under the bed.
I
Unless
don't
they're,
walk on them next to the bed. They're like,
what if they get knocked off? Yeah, they could get knocked off from there.
yeah, but they're in the drawer.
Oh, yeah, righto. Fair enough. Did you see? It's actually, what a really good segue. Someone just mentioned something about floating Nola, saying maybe if we're all floating on the back of a space whale. And then the teeth thing made me think of a Terry Pratchett story, which, obviously Terry Pratchett's definition of the Discworld is the Discworld on the back of 4 elephants on a turtle. Nothing to do with a whale. Why is the whale a link? Where do the whales come into it?
Well, if we're living on the back of some creature.
Yeah, right. So it probably wasn't the best segue that I found there at all. But anyway, in what one was it? I think it was the Hogfather, where Santa gets kidnapped, and there's like a creature that I think is supposed to be the Tooth Fairy, made completely of teeth. And it's quite a horrendous creature. Actually, what was the other show with one of them in it? Stranger Things. Did it have a teeth creature?
No, not quite, but I think I know there was also a tooth creature in something.
The kids were playing. They were playing war cards out in a paddock somewhere, and the tooth creature came up behind them. I think we watched this show together, or it might have been a movie. About 2 brothers, and one of the brothers was killed or something, and was still existing on a alternate.
I'm really honest. I'm really busting for a wee, and I can't think very hard. But I'm gonna go, and then maybe I can help you after.
Righto.
Alright.
And in Star Wars too, there's like some whale type creatures that fly through space. Pardon me. What were they in Star Wars Rebels animated series? Some of the best Star Wars viewing out there. But what was it anyway? Creatures made out of teeth are very scary looking. Now, that's a good challenge. Let's get Sarah to draw a creature made of teeth, and then we get Ed to sculpt it.
Yeah.
Has anyone seen if Ed's done any further work on the skull pile that he was doing the other day?
I think he was going to wait and paint it Saturday, during Saturday's stream. He said he was going to wait for Saturday's stream to do it.
Sweet. I thought he might get a little bit toey and want to get straight to it and just pop it up on Instagram or something.
I'm back. Oh, that's very sweet.
Guess who's back?
I just feel like all your ones are so much like better than my drawings. I feel like a small child.
That is really cool. I love the colors in it.
The colors turned out quite nicely, didn't they?
Yeah, they did.
Will you show your deer bigger, please?
Do what?
Show your deer bigger.
Oh, it's not done yet.
Okay, that's fine. We can wait then.
I'll show it small, but it's not done yet. So.
Okay. Sweet
I just
face.
want to chew on its ears. Oh, Nola's watching WALL-E for the millionth time. It's both my nephew's favourite. Nola, have you tried 9? Another apocalyptic movie made for kiddies.
That was alright. 9 was alright.
It was a very nice movie. I found it a very similar thing to WALL-E with the, basically dealing with the destruction of the human race. But I liked the era that 9 was set in a little bit more, that it wasn't so futuristic. It was back in the olden days, but a little bit steampunky.
I'm a real sucker for all of the Studio Ghibli.
Yeah, Nola says too scary for the littlies. I guess it is, because those big robot beasts are pretty rough. GRB has said he might do the black undercoat and then paint each individual skull on Pam's Saturday night art stream.
Ooh, we're talking about Ed's thing. So I'm trying to do off my thing now.
Because I just suggested to Pam, and Pam, I'd never ever seen Pam nod so furiously in her life. I suggested that we get you to do a drawing of a creature made out of teeth.
Yes.
And then we get Ed to sculpt it.
Okay. I can try that.
Imagine all the sorts of teeth as well. Any sorts of teeth.
There are many kinds. A creature made of teeth is very different to a toothsome creature.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
Now I'm too busting that I can't think straight. It's all teeth.
It's a bad feeling, isn't it? That's what I was just feeling before, and I was like, I cannot think of anything except for how busting I am. And now also I chewed off my fingernail, and I know that we're done with all of the dingy stuff, but to be fair, I really like the colors on this guy.
So apparently you like the colours on that one, Sarah?
Oh, I do. I like the colors. But also, have you ever touched my cup?
No. And I'll defend that in a court of law.
It's quite a satisfying cup because see how the lower part, so this is like rough, and then it's shiny at the top. So it's like.
Welcome to Textures with Scunge Princess, ladies and gentlemen, and others.
Textures, but there are some textures that are really, really bad. Has anyone ever used corn flour?
Yes.
What the fuck is that fucking nightmare? Right?
Like when you rub it between your fingers and stuff. Yeah.
Or anything, or you just pick up the packet and it squeaks against it. Oh my god.
It's interesting.
Just by the way, reacting to the imagining of that, I hit myself in the face hard enough to hurt.
Oh no.
But that's how bad the idea of corn flour is. I didn't even touch it. I just imagined touching it, and it spasmed me into a facial injury.
Isn't it? It's one of those things that's very close to how a powder can act like a liquid. If you swirl it, you can almost. Oh, what's the name for that process? bloody thing for it. People probably know what I mean. There's some powders that have a particular density and weight, but when you move them, they move like a liquid. And I think corn flour is very close.
Can we stop talking about corn flour?
No, this is fun. Does it still have the same impact if it's called corn starch? Oh, Freaky Fish Lady says she has to use cornstarch with my polymer clay. Thank goodness Sarah doesn't. That could be disastrous by the sounds of it.
Oh, sorry.
Wow, that's a very, very visceral reaction to a particular item. That will not be named again.
It's making me feel really disgusting. Does not other people have this?
Not to that extent. I mean, sure, there's certain things that I have visceral reactions to, but nothing like that. That's full on.
It's pretty powerful.
Does it have roots somewhere?
It has roots in how corn flour feels when it rubs against itself.
My ex brother-in-law, he would have a reaction like that to mashed potato, and I could just talk about mashed potato to him, and he would start gagging, and if I kept going, I could make him vomit, and so often I did. I'd suggest that I was hungry for a mashed potato sandwich.
Might end up making me absolutely spaz out. I'm trying really hard to overcome it right now.
I did just try and change the subject.
Mashed potato is delicious, and you can have all the mashed potato. And you know what the best thing is you introduced me to. You don't just have to have mashed potato. You can stick fucking zucchini in there. Who knew? Like, I never knew that all my life. Turns out you can.
I was amazed the first time I stayed at a particular friend's house in possibly primary school, maybe early high school, and his mum made mashed potato, not just with salt in it, but with pepper in it as well. And I thought, whoa, this is pretty advanced and wild. I've never experienced such a thing. Pepper in my potato. You mean I don't have to put more on?
I used to go and stay. So first I went to stay at a friend's house because we were both in band together. And but she lived on a dairy farm. And it turned out that some families just eat meat without vegetables for dinner. So that was a big thing. But after that, in band, I stayed at a different band friend's house, and her mum had some spiritual thing where you couldn't eat the food until you had this like prayer time before, and so everyone had to like close their eyes and receive light. And so we would like, so everyone would receive light, and then if you open your eyes and you can't see clearly, then you had to go back. And it'll be like this constant thing. So in the end, you would just open your eyes all blurry and be like, yes, I can see clearly. It's like, oh, it's worked. And yeah, it had worked. But it was all a fib. But that is like, I learned spiritual fibbing because I went to a Catholic school, and we used to go and have confession. And so the priest would ask you to confess. And I'm like a little kid. I don't know. I don't have anything to confess. But he would
I
make
ate an extra biscuit and Mum said no.
I used to try and make up the stories of what I can say at confession, and it just reminded me of that same thing, going to that friend's house, and it was like she was asking you, you know, if you're having some spiritual awakening, and you're like, yes, I am. Good.
Well, thanks to you and the taste of your food.
We're going to leave you alone. But if you say, no, I'm not, then everyone's going to focus on you until you do. So you just every time say, yes, I do. I did. I had it.
Lucky you had to go through it and you had your awakening.
I did. I don't even know what religion she was in.
She was making shit up by the sound of it.
But like the temple and would give light. That was the thing. It was called giving light. But also, I used to be so embarrassed because I had to poo at their house, and I hated that so much. Oh my God. Yeah, that's just like my memory of being a 13-year-old girl and having to poo at a stranger's house. It was really bad. I was so embarrassed. I'd have to stand at the toilet and pretend I didn't really poo. Yeah, go on.
What was your instrument in band?
I played the alto saxophone.
Do you still have one?
No, I sold my saxophone a few years ago, before I met you. I sold my saxophone when I had to move out of Huonbrook because, you know, I had to move.
I thought you still lived in Huonbrook when I met you. Or had you just moved?
I just moved. So I just sold it. So I played the saxophone. I played the saxophone because when I really wanted to join the band, and that was the place that they had open. But it turned out that, like, the instrument I wanted to play trumpet or slide trombone, because those are the parts that I like in the music. But they didn't have any spaces available for trumpet or slide trombone. So I ended up taking up the saxophone because that was what was available and I wanted to be in the band.
No, all three very, very strenuous instruments on your face.
Well, yes and no, because the
probably less than the
trombone
trumpet.
And the trumpet are very vibratory on your face.
And you need muscle control to get your control of your three different octaves in a trumpet and a trombone.
It's a really different sort of facial experience to playing the sax. But, like, I enjoyed the sax. And I made friends with another girl who played the saxophone in the band. And, you know, I used to stay at her house because my parents wouldn't take me to band in the morning. But I used to stay at her house, and she lived on a dairy farm, and she gave me a kitten once, but she also told me how she used to crawl down the hallway stabbing cockroaches with a fork. And I kind of always felt a bit distant from her since she told me that, but that might be unfair of me.
Probably was. She was just a dedicated cockroach huntress.
Indeed.
Harsh judgments.
Yeah. You know, I never hung shit on her for stabbing cockroaches.
You never watched on her?
And hung shit.
Ah, hung shit.
And to be fair, she was a better saxophonist than I was. She was.
So you felt you couldn't be friends anyway. Too much competition.
No, we were friends. You know, but like, no, we were friends. Just there's a difference. Like, there are some friends that I have that are like, you have like this level friends. So she was like this level friends.
Borderline acquaintance.
Well, acquaintance is like here. So she was like well above that. It just was like not quite absolutely full comfort.
Yeah, I like Kiwi Mummy's mashed potato recipe. I just use butter instead of milk or cream. And grated cheese, yeah, I agree. Leave the grated cheese out of a mashed potato. Sprinkle some on top if you want some cheese in your mash.
Okay, well, I'm going to call this stream.
Okay.
Because we've been streaming for 2.5 hours. And
Yeah,
I need to get up and walk around because my legs are getting stiff.
We'll try not to use up all of your hours this month.
Yeah.
So, good night, everybody, and congratulations, everybody that bought something. And thank you. And thank you, Grasshopper, as always, for throwing out mixed stuff. And thank you, Blacky, for keeping us company while we bugged everybody.
That's what I'm here for. It's written in my contract.
So, good night, everybody.
Thanks, everyone. Good
and
luck.
And hi to everybody watching the replay.
Oh, yeah, don't forget those replay kids. Tuba power. I see us